Susan here, aka Zoe. Okay, I'm going to do a reading for January 3rd through the 7th, and this is going to be for all signs. The decks that I'm using is the Oracle of the Dreamtime. It's Aboriginal Dreaming. This one is by Lynn Andrews. Um, it's a medicine wheel, angel cards, and then postcards from the universe, or postcards from spirit. So, here we go. We're just going to go around the wheel. We're going to start with Taurus and go all the way around the wheel until we end up with Pisces. So I'm going to do one card for each sign. So let's go ahead and get started. One more time. Last one. Alrighty, here we go. So, Taurus, January 3rd through the 7th. Okay, so I'm just going to take a peek here. Make sure you get a good reading. Okay, so this is upright. Okay, so this is asking you what your attitude is about asking for assistance, and then how you react to it if it's not forthcoming. It's asking you to look at your attitude of give and take of life. Are you actually being used as much as you think that you are? Do you offer your goodness to the world, or does it come with a price? It's kind of, if you look at the picture here, it's kind of prickly. See that? It's like you're kind of sensitive, or maybe like maybe feeling entitled or whatever. And, you know, I'm not trying to judge anybody, because trust me, we all get like that sometimes, you know. So it's just, the universe is just asking you to just kind of take a look at your attitudes, you know. And, you know, what's there's something just prickling you, you know, there's something really irritating you. So it's asking you to, you know, maybe just look at things in a different way. If you need assistance, or, you know, you want somebody to help you with something, whatever, maybe think about asking in a different way. Working out like an equal exchange. Maybe just presenting yourself differently. This card brings valuable lessons about sharing, and until you actually resolve your stand on whatever issue is going on here, maybe there's just maybe a certain person in your life that's like really just irritating you. You know, you need to maybe take a real close look at how you play into it, you know, because there's two sides to every coin, you know. Sometimes we play victim and we think that it's always the other person, but, you know, sometimes we really do need to take a close examination of why we're feeling resentment towards somebody, okay? Okay, and then the next card, these next cards are going to be advice, okay? So based on this is going to be the main issue over the next few days, next 5 days, okay? Okay, this card, let's look at the picture here. Talks about essence. It's funny. It says life is like school, and then your next card is going to be study. But we'll get to that. Okay. We move through life learning many things, cloaking ourselves in environmental knowledge. You are on the warrior's path towards enlightenment. You must one day peel away accumulated knowledge like layers of an onion and move back into the source of your power. When completing a Zen garden, you find that the source of your power is the essence of the Great Spirit. We come onto this earth walk like a giant piece of smashed mirror, every one of us reflecting the light of our God. The experience of life is the process of piecing together these scrambled fragments into one great mandala, reflecting the one source of all being. The essence of you and the essence of the primal moving force of the universe are one. So basically, I think what this card is saying is life. Okay, so people in our lives are, we have all kinds of people in our lives, and every person that we encounter is a lesson. Everybody is a mirror for good or bad. There's shadow sides to everybody. So maybe it's saying, what I'm getting right now is that this person or this situation in your life is a mirror, and it's kind of reflecting yourself back to you. So maybe what you're seeing in this other person is aspects of yourself that maybe you need to examine. And truly we are all one. We come from the same source. So study, I have no idea. Let me see. How study plays into this reading. Let me see. I'm not sure why that would be there. It says that you are engaged in learning and study right now. Your angels guide you to take time to rejuvenate and grow. It indicates that this is an important time for you to learn new skills or ideas. Perhaps you feel guided to enroll in a class, and this card confirms that feeling. If you are currently attending school, then the angels ask you to continue. Sometimes when we're in a learning phase of our life, now I see the connection, because this card, this person is actually teaching you something very valuable right now, okay? And it's got to do with, tolerance, patience, and the fact that we are all one. This person is just an aspect of yourself, okay? So, you're in a learning phase of your life right now, and anxiety comes along with new knowledge. So instead of learning, we want to apply what we've learned. However, timing is everything, and this card guides you to not to rush into action. Instead, enjoy the process of learning. The growth that accompanies an educational experience is enjoyable if we remind ourselves to stay focused on the here and now moment. So, let's see, postcards from the universe. This is a message from the universe. Dearest you, let us ask you, are you looking for happiness outside of your everyday, moment-to-moment experiences, thinking that you'll find happiness out there someday? So maybe chasing the magic out there, but it never could be found out there. So we want to share a secret that shouldn't be a secret. You are pure joy. What made you is pure joy. And every time you wake up, and even when you sleep, you have joy waiting to be expressed inside of you. Joy and happiness and fulfillment come from doing joy, being joy, knowing it, cultivating it, and lighting it in your heart so that you can share it. You must know this, so when the time comes, you will be fully free, and your joyful being and actions will turn you into a beacon of starlight. Look within and be joyful or even for tears and loss, for they mean that you have lived, really lived. Jump into it all and love every minute. So even those prickly times when somebody's irritating you, it's all a learning experience. Um, just it's hard to enjoy the tears and the loss and the irritations of life, but it's the journey, right? Okay. Okay. I should be writing down these timestamps. Anyways, I didn't. It's too late. All right. So moving on to Taurus. Taurus. Okay, you got the butterfly. Imagination. Freedom. And here's your letter. Okay, the butterfly. Well, we know what butterflies are, right? It's all about transformation, spirituality. So let's see. So the universe is asking you not to resist change. Actually, seek it out, allow it, embrace it, and challenge it. That way you can emerge from your cocoon a beautiful butterfly. Okay? The caterpillar is actually at the top. So the caterpillar, if you look, this card is reversed, but it's not a bad thing. It's just different stages. If you look at the picture, it's all different stages of the butterfly. The caterpillar here is at the top. And so the caterpillar talks about growth and development, learning, seeking nourishment, and sustenance. So the universe, the guidance from the universe is talking about imagination. Picture, oopsie, sorry. So we know imagination, visualization, imagination, it's all about manifesting, our reality. Exploring the wilderness of your own soul through contemplation brings you to the altar of your imagination. To have a circle of imagination in your being, walk with the untamed, wild, instinctual side of your nature, all the time knowing its power. Like a woman aware of her own pregnancy and yet moving through the round of daily tasks. You need not focus on the unborn life for its nature to continually grow. Remember always that inspiration often comes after reflection, after the seed of creativity is planted. When you actually begin your creative work, the energy of the universe comes to you and imagination flows. Nice. Freedom. So what does freedom mean to you? And I think, so what I'm getting from freedom is, you're in the caterpillar stage, you're in this growth, and by using your imagination, you have the freedom. Everything is at your fingertips. You have everything that you need to manifest whatever it is that you want in your life. It says, "Dearest you, a rigid tree branch breaks under strong winds, yet flexible seaweed survives powerful ocean swells. Right now, we gently remind you that being flexible is a good choice when faced with any challenges. Surrender your fixed ideas to Spirit, who knows what is in your highest good and can deliver to you what you need in the appropriate form. In this moment, rather than fighting or being too sure of your way, working out to be a little looser and allow for another outcome. Compromise can be the best way forward if you are to learn new ways of doing and seeing. Stay aware, curious, and teachable. Take life on life's terms. Your purpose may push you in a direction that's not on your map. Let it be. Be flexible. So basically just be flexible. I think being flexible also offers so much freedom if you think about it. Being rigid kind of just puts you in a box and you can't move around much. So I don't know. I think that's a really good message. Okay, we're moving on. We're going to move to Gemini. In Gemini, I got the dolphin, grief, divine timing, and a letter. Okay, the dolphin. Okay, so the dolphin talks about unconditional love and freedom. Um, the dolphin comes to you. It asks you to come and play, to leap into the ocean of infinite possibility. Um, Dolphin can also represent our shadow side, the side that can cause hurt and pain to ourselves and to others. Dolphin can tease and poke fun like a child. Dolphins have been filmed tossing a porpoise between them. With the appearance of this card, you're being asked to be more thoughtful of consequences. This can include not taking things so far that other people get hurt, and also not being too hard on yourself. The shadow side could automatically be triggered if you sense that you've been wronged or slighted in some way. So you have to be real aware of that. Now, if it's directed against you, it can manifest itself through being too critical and unforgiving of perceived personal faults. So it asks you to be compassionate if there's any disharmony in your relationships. Children are a great teacher of this aspect of loving. There's certainly a strong need for the energies of unconditional love to be put into practice in some aspect of your issue. So, okay. So just have fun, but not at the expense of anybody else. Forgive yourself. Be compassionate. Okay. All right. And this is the card of grief. It says grief deepens you. It allows you to explore the perimeters of your soul. Grief is the only gateway to certain levels of consciousness, and it is a hard taskmaster. Through grief, you can explore every aspect of your dark side: anger, pain, abandonment, terror, loneliness. And these are aspects of the sacred world that in our daily lives we usually try to ignore. Grief forces you to look at those parts of yourself that are not yet healed. If you can look at grief as a teaching, you will grow. The pain of grief is not the only teacher in this life, but if looked at properly, with awareness and an open heart, it is one of the greatest teachers of all. The seeds of wisdom and enlightenment are planted within the wounds of grief. What is lost can only come back to us again in higher ways. Divine timing. Well, that doesn't need an explanation, does it? Everything is in divine timing. So where you are right now in your life is exactly where you should be, okay? The hand of God or the universe is definitely in your life at this time, okay? Divine timing. So if you are, I'm really sorry if you're going through some sort of grief or whatever. But have a good cry and embrace the dark side, Okay, and this here says, dearest you, we have a secret for you. The more you think you know, the less you actually do. So if you're willing to keep an open mind, you will avoid the narrow confines of the know-it-all and open up to the unlimited potential that can be discovered only by the curious optimist. Curiosity allows you to discover new things, see the world from a different perspective, and find answers to questions that you might not even know that you have. Right now, whatever is going on, it's important to know that you are not aware of all the aspects of it. You might be projecting a story that isn't totally true. So moving forward, your mantra should be, I don't know, or that's interesting, as you keep your mind and your heart open to new experiences and a richer existence overall. All of us over here want you to want want you to be all that you can be. We are cheering for you. Can you hear us? Okay. Let's see. I did Aries, Taurus, and Gemini. Okay, this one is for Cancer. Cancer. Ooh, got the sea eagle. That's pretty cool. Strength. True love. I'm sorry, new love. And here. Okay, so the sea eagle. Okay, so what the universe is asking you to do is, so there's a story in the Aboriginal Dreamtime. This little boy, every day he went to the seaside and he watched the sea eagles, and he just, oh my God, he wanted to be a sea eagle so bad, and he would watch them all day long, and he would imitate them. He'd run around flapping his arms. Well, one day he disappeared, and he turned into a sea eagle. Okay, so of course, that's not going to happen in reality, but basically what the story is saying is use your imagination, visualize what you want, and you will manifest it. Absolutely, 100%. So, the visualization is so powerful. That's how we manifest things, right? Okay, and then so advice from the universe is strength. I'm not sure how this ties into it. Sometimes it's difficult to hold the visualization in your mind and to believe that something can happen. So regardless of what other people think, it does talk about the magician here. So just be like the magician. You have everything at your fingertips. You have everything available that you need to manifest whatever it is that you want in your life. So use your personal inner strength. Visualize whatever it is that you want in your life, and you will receive it. And it says new love, so I'm assuming that what a lot of my Cancers want is new love. They want some romance in their lives. So, and these are angel cards. So I'm going to say that the angels are definitely assisting you, and they are, see the cupids, they're shooting the arrows. So keep your eyes open, because new love is coming in for you, okay? And the message from the universe says, Dear you, there are times in life when taking a risk is better left for another day. Other times are perfect for taking that leap, no matter how dangerous it might seem. Well, hold on to your parachute strings, for today is leap time. Realize that no matter what, we will not let you fall, drown, get lost, or hurt yourself in any way on this one. Even if it may feel like you are in a free fall, we are here for you, and you can stop freaking out about getting hurt and relax into this transition to something new. All of the elements are in place, and your soul is ready for a new experience. No matter what you're asking about, it's time to take the risk and do that thing that scares you. No matter what happens, you will land softly, right on target. Don't worry about the outcome. Spirit's got that covered. It's taking the leap itself. That's the point. We love your courage. Embrace it. Pretty awesome. So it looks like that's what you're trying to manifest, and you've got everything you need in place to make it happen. So go for it. I need a drink. Hang on. Okay. On to Leo. Ooh, nice. Kookaburra. Okay. The kookaburra. check this one. I want to say this is about communication, but let me double check. Not 100%. Oh, this is an awakening. A new energy is being infused into your situation. The light of clear-sighted understanding is well within your grasp. This is a time of inspiration and guidance. You have a task, and now is the time to complete it. So the challenge here is to keep your enthusiasm and not become caught up in the mundane realities of daily consciousness. Connect with something that stimulates your sense of adventure. Okay? Awesome. So, wisdom. Aha. This makes perfect sense. Okay, wisdom. Okay. So if you're always addicted to the process of becoming, then you're going to have issues, okay? Because if suddenly there's nothing left to become, then you're filled with, fear and emptiness, right? So instead of, okay, so what this is saying is, okay, this is the awakening. This is, you need to find something that you're passionate about, right? This card is saying that, well, maybe I need to learn a little bit more, or maybe I need to, I don't have enough knowledge, I need to learn some more before I actually go after this thing that I'm interested in. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No. This is saying the wisdom is in actually doing, okay? You have enough knowledge to do what it is that you're thinking about doing. Whatever inspires you, whatever fires your passion, it's time. The universe is saying, you have enough information. Go for it, all right? And then answered prayer. Look at that. Answered prayer. It's time. It is time, okay? The angels are with you. They've heard your prayer, and, okay? So, here's the thing, though. Here's your card. Here's the thing about this. Okay, so let's say you've been really bored, stuck in a dead-end job or whatever, okay? So you've been toying with the idea of maybe starting your own business or something like that, whatever, okay. But you keep thinking, well, I'm not sure, you get this idea and that idea. This would excite me. I'd really love to do this, but I need to learn a little bit more. No. It's time. It's time. But if you keep sitting and trying to become better at whatever it is that you're wanting to do, it's never going to happen. Okay? You're always going to be in the process of becoming. So no. Take that leap of faith. Jump in there. Start doing it. Whatever it is that you have a passion for, start doing it. Once you make that first step, the angels are going to be right there. They're going to inspire you even more. I mean, they're going to be supporting you and uplifting you and pushing you and helping you through it. Okay, whatever it is. It's time. Okay. And let's see what this letter says. Okay. It says, Dear you, check in occasionally with yourself about your motives behind actions that you plan on taking, especially when you have an end game in mind. Is the source of your motivation desire or entitlement? Maybe you've drawn to a certain path because you think it will bring you a feeling related to the outcome that you seek, like safety or wholeness. You know that you will see a reflection in the outer world of that motive that drives you forward. Do you need a motive? Can't you simply be pulled in the direction that your soul calls you towards? Joy, discovery, growth, or adventure? Participate in something compelling and meaningful without trying to define it. If you can step forward, surrender to whatever spirit has in store for you, You will be amazed at how things turn out. Check your motives, then hand them over to Spirit. Every day, everybody here wants the best for you. Live, can't talk, sorry. Life loves you more than you know. That's a great reading. Okay. Let me see. So, Taurus. No. Aries, Taurus, Pisces, Cancer. That was for Leo. Okay. And now Virgo. Okay. Warata. Let's see. Trust. New beginnings. And postcard. Okay. I want to say this one is all about, like, it's an undying love. It's like sacrifice, even like to the point of death. Let me double check it. And it is the number 11, which is, it's a master number. Let's see. It is devotion and love. And, you know, grief comes with that, unfortunately. It's about the fear of loss. In this case, it's the fear of the loss of someone you love. It can also refer to any business, social, and health issue close to your heart. It refers as much to loss as to the actual fear of loss. It does not mean an actual loss. This card reminds you that the more you value something in your life, whether it's a relationship, a situation, or a goal, the more potential there is for pain. This dreaming raises the question, is it better to have loved and lost than never to have loved at all? There is a degree of risk involved, but if we didn't take any risks in life, it would, we'd remain static and become dissatisfied. So one of the greatest risks in life is the risk of love. This card usually appears for those who have experienced the pain of separation. People need to work through their pain so that they can once again trust the world and open their hearts. Just like the Warta opens its petals. Within the appearance of this card, you may need to acknowledge the benefits as well as the negatives in your situation. Okay. So, the perfect card to get along with this card is trust. Wow. So, sounds like, maybe you're going through a separation or a divorce or something like that. You've lost somebody that you loved, and and sometimes the fear can cause the very thing to happen that you fear most. So you have to be real careful with that. But, so if you went through a loss, the next card, the advice from the universe, says trust. In love, there must be trust. Without trust, there's no love. Jealousy is an illness of the mind and heart. Trust lives in the lodge of your innocence. The Hioka is a warrior of the Native American tradition who goes into battle backwards on his horse with a broken lance, knowing that the Great Spirit will protect him. It is this kind of trust that you need. The imbalanced aspects of patriarchal history reside like stone carvings within each of us. Welcome the new aspects of feminine power into your being, even though they may seem foreign. Trust in the ways of power and the Great Spirit. Know that you are made of power and live with trust in your heart. So, come on, basically, that's a lot of trust. If you get on a horse backwards with a broken spear, and go into battle, you darn well better trust that Great Spirit is going to protect you, right? So, you have to trust that. You have to have trust in love, or there is no love. And so basically, if you don't trust the person that you're with, you probably shouldn't be with them, So, okay. But there's hope, because looky here. New beginnings. Okay, it could be with the person that this issue is about, or it could actually be an absolutely new love coming in. Okay? But either way, there's hope. And the universe says, dearest you, as you think, so will you experience life. And that's what it was saying. You know, fear actually brings the very thing that you are afraid of happening. Fear will bring that into you. So, as you think, so will you experience life. Thoughts are that powerful, and they need minding. So pay attention to your thoughts. Let the unruly, chaotic ones settle down so they serve you or get released instead of wreaking havoc. Instead of causing chaos, you know, you gotta let them go. Let them go. These thoughts arise when connected to the energy of fear, and often they masquerade as truth. Yet the real truth is that, essentially, all is well. So you're worrying for nothing. The universe is saying right here, the universe is saying, all is well. You are worrying for nothing. So if you are afraid of losing somebody because you think that they're cheating on you, or, you know, you're afraid you're not good enough for them, or whatever, that is not the truth. The truth is all is well. Okay? You have to have thoughts that are positive, strong, organized, accepting, creative, open. Those are the ones that we want you to keep thinking, and they have a less frantic quality. They are stimulating in a good way, and they don't get away from you. So how do you keep an inner eye on your thoughts? You meditate, and you leave judgment out of the mix. Everyone has those fearful thoughts. Love yourself, and then choose the thoughts that you want the world to reflect back to you. Life is not as hard as you think. Loving you so much, from the universe. Okay. Ouch. I gotta count these again. Alright. Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo. Okay, Virgo. That makes sense. Virgos, they are worry warts. They worry about everything. Huh? Okay, this is for Libra. Opal. Okay. Virtue. Power. And a postcard. Okay, so the opal. Okay, I think that the opal, what I'm getting from it is, if you look at the card, it's like the chakra. Okay, so make sure your chakras are balanced. Okay, it has all these different colors in it, and value yourself. Okay, but let me look and see for sure. Okay. Okay. It says wherever opal appears, you are on the right track. So, Libras, you are on the right track. Okay. Peace is possible. Oh, it's the equivalent to the Justice card in the tarot. Searching. Huh. Libras are always searching, aren't we? I'm a Libra too. Searching may be a key word with the rainbow and with opal. The spiritual quest is on. So Libras are always on a spiritual quest. Says, wait for your good. It is coming. On a mundane level, opal can indicate self-discipline and working towards something that is rewarding. Studying, learning new skills may also be part of the process. Or you may just be waiting the results of a past endeavor or achievement. And I would add that you might want to wear some opal jewelry. Okay. All right. Virtue. Haha. Virtue is one of the passive qualities of power. When you pull back the bow, preparing to set the arrow and define your target, you use the strength, the will, and the focus that you've collected within that part of yourself called virtue. Virtue is where you find inner truth. It is a place of illumination, and as that radiation radiance grows within you, it becomes integrity. Without virtue, there's no inner balance. Virtue comes from the unknown, quiet things that you do for the world and for other people. With each act, your spirit shield becomes stronger and more beautiful with the symbols of your inner life. Like the deer, they are quiet symbols. Virtue marks your path on the other side, like the one who walks last. The virtuous person is in the position of power. Power often comes quietly. Walk in beauty and virtue. Okay. Ah, looky here. Wow. Power. Isn't that wild? Huh. Cool. Okay. Your letter. Dearest you, isn't it amazing? Oh, sorry, that was my phone. Isn't it amazing how things seem to come around again, full circle, in ways you could not possibly have planned? You wonder how a dream could die, only to be resurrected years later when you're really ready. You thought it was time back then, but your wisdom knows better than your small self, whose desires are unmet. Now here you are with a new opportunity to do things from a different, more mature perspective. We want you to trust that this is a new opportunity for rebirth. You will be called in two directions, and the one that is unfamiliar will be the right one. In the unknown space, the uncharted places of infinite potential, we are waiting to guide you into your fullest life. Big bounty will come if you remain in the present. You have come full circle, and now you can see that everything changes, is made new, and is given new hope. Loving you always. Awesome. Okay. Let's see. Scorpio. Scorpio has the bat reversed. And silence. Dreams. And a letter. Okay. The bat reversed. Looks a little bit uncomfortable. Maybe seeing things from a different perspective. Let's see. Okay. This card requires your active participation. It asks you to examine your life and to work consciously on those issues that you've been trying to avoid. These issues are related to the subject of the reading and to the surrounding cards. We're not doing surrounding cards. It's important that you find the appropriate action to take, especially in situations related to whatever your issue is. Time to examine your personal motivation. In doing so, you could release a long-held subconscious pattern or thought process. Any anger or even shame could be the result of a fixed mindset, which could be limiting. In times of frustration, remember the bat. There is a chance to get some delicious honey, but think first. How will you go about it? This card represents being stubborn. Even if you know that you're wrong about something, you will still stick to your beliefs. It asks you to try to look at situations different. So that's why it's in the upright instead of, normally bats hang like that. So it's asking you, flipping it around, it's asking you to see things from a different viewpoint. Okay. Okay. And then silence. Before making any decision, move into that place of silence and serenity deep within you. Sit anywhere, close your eyes, and follow your breath in and out. On the third inhalation, take the breath down into your belly and locate your place of power just below your navel. Visualize your place of power holding the golden sun, a disk of radiant brilliance within you. Observe the silence like a deer in a meadow. If you are in pain, Use your consciousness to find out where the pain lives within your body. Then move into that pain and beyond it until you find the source of silence. In this silence lives your sacred witness, that which sees all and knows all and is all that you are. Power is born within silence. I would take it a step further and I would say, to not be impulsive and think first. Ouch, I gotta stretch my legs. Okay, pay attention to your dreams. Your dreams are trying to tell you something. And Scorpios, they live in the deep, and I'm sure you're very psychic and you have a lot of dreams. Spirit's always trying to communicate with you. So pay attention, okay? Okay. And your card says, Dear wonderful, wonderful you, intimacy is scary sometimes. It means you have to let someone else get to know the real you. Not the perfect, flawless mask that you wear for others. No. It's time to reveal the cool one, the passionate one, the imperfect one that is totally you, without artifice or walls. Yes, you will be exposed and vulnerable for a time, but it will be so worth it. This is the only way that you will know true closeness with others, and you will also be close to spirit and to us. There's amazing freedom that comes when you let go and just be yourself with another or with a group. Release from the invisible bindings that keep you from intimacy. It's truly empowering. So may we support you wholeheartedly in this choice. You will know yourself better and, we hope, learn to love yourself as much as we do. Life is about who we are with others, so share it. You will be so glad that you did. Loving you so, so much. Cool. Oh, sorry. All right, Sagittarius. Was weiter? Force. Body care. And your postcard. Spider. Well, to me, this spider is all about building your reality, weaving your web. We're all connected, realizing that every action you take has a reaction. It always affects others. And then when it comes to force, I haven't read it yet, but I'm going to say, so the web is like super, super strong. It's like a tension, you know what I mean? I don't know how to explain it. But let me just see what the universe says about it. And that's sacred number 2. It's 18, which is 8 plus 1 is 9. So 9 is a sacred number. Let's see what it says. Illusions, seduction, and charisma. It indicates seductivity with attractive energies to be dealt with in whatever issue you have. Spider can reveal the results of an overindulgence in sexuality, or being judgmental, manipulative, or discriminatory. All of these actions show a lack of considerations towards other people, and they are all against the tribal law. Just as real life spiders can be threatening, something is threatening in your issue. However, it says spider, on another level, spider is the other woman. So it might be a third party issue. This can emphasize divided loyalties, moral dilemmas, and jealousy. Escape is a key word for this card. There's a need to seek fulfillment. This card is similar to the devil in the tarot. It can indicate temptation, something exciting, but possibly dangerous, or maybe not acceptable to society. It can point to something spontaneous and passionate that opens up new areas of life to explore. Just be careful not to get too caught up in the passions so that you don't forget where you're going. It also indicates time when physical gratification is important, or at least it's compelling you into action. You might need to consider carefully the positive and negative consequences of your actions from a rational point of view. Might be time to practice some self-discipline and moderation and overcome some physical desires. Okay. Okay. And talks about force. Let's see. Force lives in your will, and it comes from your intent. Life is a process of pulling back your bow, aiming your arrow, choosing a target, and then shooting. The degree and the quality of the force with which you choose your target and shoot determines your power and your success. Force is built through your integrity of purpose, your physical tuning, and your balance of spirit and mind. By naming your active power, you create force. You need to follow your innermost passions in life. Empower your will and strength of force by manifesting your secret dreams. Okay. And body care. Just be careful, because anytime you overindulge in anything, it takes a toll on our bodies, you know. So, all right. Your letter says, "Dear you, there's only one you, and you have a unique place in this universe. Sometimes situations come up that challenge you to be authentic, and that means that you have to be full of yourself and let go of being what you think others may want. Now is not the time to conform to other people's standards or expectations. Be proud of who you are and be courageous. Stand tall in your convictions. Being yourself is a powerful statement and will openly lead you to success and ultimately happiness. Don't compare yourself to other people. Don't want what they have. Choose what your heart wants, and know that your purpose is yours alone. No one else can claim your magic, nor take it away. When you place authenticity and originality high on your list of priorities and give them a prominent place in your awareness, extraordinary things happen. Your life is a beautiful one. Love you always and forever." So there's no advice there. It's saying, I don't know, whatever's going on, you know, with this and with this, you're on the right path, I would say. So, you know, I think Spider is a powerful card. And as far as body care, you know, love yourself, love your body, no matter what it looks like, you know. All right, I gotta go back and see where I'm at. I think that was, I'm gonna say, okay, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio. Okay, that was Sagittarius. Okay, so now we're on Capricorn. Reconciliation. Woohoo! Nice. It looks like the hand is at the very top. There's like a bunch of different things on here, but so reconciliation. Wow. So on a personal level, I'd say it means just exactly what it says, reconciliation. So you are going to reconcile with somebody that you have been apart from. Okay. It could be, you know, somebody you haven't seen in a long time and you're going to have a reconciliation. It could be a partner that you've split up from and now you're going to be getting back together. Gathering. Oh my goodness. Pretty cool. Oopsie. Healing. Okay, so I'm going to say, okay, You are going to reconcile with somebody that you've been estranged from, somebody you've been fighting with or whatever, had differences of opinions with. You're healing the relationship. Of course, these are angel cards, so they always are. Mean the angels are present in your life. They're supporting you and they're helping you. Okay, so in this instance, the angels have been helping to heal the relationship. Okay, gathering. I'm gonna take that as like a celebration type thing. I'm gonna read it. Okay, and then okay, dearest you. You have a unique purpose and destiny that only you can fulfill. But first, you need to know that destiny isn't a destination. You don't arrive at some special place where, poof, you're perfect and happy all the time. It's about establishing and firming up a commitment to a certain experience, whatever form that takes. Your soul knows that you need to experience. Your destiny is to be present. Your destiny is to be present to all of life's adventures, to discover your talents and full potential through following inspiration to lead you, and to risk standing apart from the crowd to listen to your own soul. You are special as much as you are also, paradoxically, one with the world, individual, yet part of a great whole. Both truths have led you to this moment where you are saying that you are on the right track. We are saying you are on the right track, even if your ego self doesn't see that. So listen to your soul, check in with Spirit, keep going. Spirit loves you, life loves you, we love you. Awesome. Okay, that was Capricorn. Now we're going to do Aquarius. Woo-hoo-hoo, Lightning Man. Oopsie. Impeccability. Impeccability, so being truthful, honest, responsible, competent, intelligent, disciplined. Impeccable. It's like kind of like integrity, I guess, but it's almost like being perfect, impeccable. I don't know. Listening. The angels are listening. So, okay, I'm going to go back to that in a second, but you've been crying out, you've been calling out, talking to the angels, and they are listening, okay? And they always respond. So not only are they listening, they're responding, okay? And then I'll pull your card. Let's see what the Lightning Man says. I want to say it's kind of like the Tower. So it's probably a breaking down of structure and rebuilding. But let's see what it says. Well, you are being warned. The universe wants you to find another approach, a different route, go another way. Changes are certainly indicated. Indeed, they are necessary for the success of whatever it is you're trying to achieve. Let's see. This card is asking you to face your mortality or the loss of something that you cherish. This could be something physical, or it could be an ideal, a situation, or a plan. This very confrontation could lead you to follow a totally different path. As your perspective changes, so will your direction. Another route will become clear. Lightning will flash, bringing insights and impacts along the way. The universe asks you to harness the energy of the lightning and use its potential in times of radical change. The bolt of lightning flashes as a message. The warning prevents indiscriminate destruction unless it's ignored. So observe the warning, stop, go another way. Okay. They also indicate the end of an unpleasant or a limiting situation and opening up of new opportunities. Okay, so it's just like the Tower card. It can be very, it's the breaking down of structures, and you know, you, Aquarius, you need to be impeccable in your actions, in your talk, everything. Okay, and listen. Okay, so I'm saying now they're telling you to listen to the warning. Okay, listen to the warning. You, you need to go another way. Whatever path you're on, stop. Bert, go another way. It says, dear you, there's always more than one side to an argument. There's two sides, if not more, to every story, and hundreds of ways to be right. To be different, be at odds, and so on. Today we suggest that instead of looking for differences, you find a meeting place of agreement and approach this experience with understanding and compassion. So maybe, okay, it says stop. You're on the wrong path as far as like, so maybe you just keep, let's say it's a relationship and there's a lot of thunder and lightning, okay? It's tower, it's like the tower in your relationship. Instead of, always fighting and finding fault and whatever, you know, start looking at it and just look at things differently, find some common ground, instead of fighting. And it's hard to be impeccable when you're like constantly being negative and arguing and whatever, So I don't know. That's just one way of looking at it. Seek common ground to understand how another person thinks or how an alternative plan might be laid. Stay out of judgment too. Observe, discern, but accept that others have different stories, experiences, and journeys, and some people might refuse to remain open to another point of view. No matter what, you've been presented with a great opportunity to explore a new way of doing things, a new path, once common ground is reached. You are attracting people and situations that enrich your life and bring you wonderful things to learn. We love you so much. So, I would just say, listen. You're probably been getting some nudges from Spirit, so listen to them, okay? All right. And now Pisces. Okay, Pisces got okra. Got the hand of mankind. And aren't Pisces the humanitarians? Yes. Transformation. Ooh. Romance. Yowza. And letter. Alright. Okay, this has to do with mankind and the humanitarian, I believe. Let's see what it says. But there's romance in there, so I don't know. See what it says. Ooh, magnetism, courage, and artistic expression. Right. Okay, this card denotes purity and purification. White is also the color of death, symbolizing the other world. I don't know how you say it. Ochre or ochre. It's the color red, whatever. It's like red dust powder from the earth is what it is. Anyways, it symbolizes the force of magnetism. It asks you to acknowledge what you have drawn to yourself. This could be a physical environment, experiences, or people. It asks you to acknowledge your power to create your life circumstances. As an artist in your own life, you must use ochre, in the best way. If you feel that you are Yeah, never mind. Let's see. This card, this reading, whatever, message, it says you have the potential to connect you with an invisible field of vital force and energy. The ability to deepen this connection is emphasized. Okay. Okay. So basically, I'm saying, okay, so that you, okay, Pisces, they are very psychic. They definitely manifest things in their life. We all do, but they have a really strong ability to visualize and believe what they visualize and definitely manifest things in their life. Um, so, and there's romance. So, and there's magnetism, right? So, I don't know if there's like somebody you already know or somebody new coming in, or if this is just like you're manifesting this new romance in your life, right? It's also, white at the very top of the card there. You see the different colored dots? White represents death or, rebirth, transformation, right? And there's your transformation card. The power of your intent leads you around the sacred wheel of endeavor. Begin today with trust and innocence in the early hours. Imagine a quiet pond and see the reflection of your true self. At noon, take a moment to close your eyes and dream. Imagine the transformation that this day offers you. Seek the strength and wisdom through your ability to love to bring this transformation into action and into the words that you speak. At night, give thanks for the illumination that you have found. Know that the form of your intent leads you to the power of transformation and manifestation. Romance. Okay. And then, let's see. The universe says, dear you, it might be hard to believe that you'll ever get where you want to be, feel the way that you want to feel, and find peace and security, but you can. There's lots to celebrate in this life, but first you need to let go of this attachment to achieving certain results. It is easy to get caught in the endless loop of wanting this or that so that you can feel safe. The only way out is to surrender the attachment. Empty yourself so that you can be filled with something new. This the compulsion will be lifted and peace will come. Trust that something better waits, that something new will open up and you will see new opportunities for fulfillment. Ta-da! Right there, romance. Yeah. The truth is, whenever you get into the loop, what you are really looking for is spirit. That connection is where the power, the peace, and the purpose lies. Everything else follows after that. Give yourself a hug. We've got you. Loving you so, so much. Ta-da! Okay, so this reading is done. Thanks for watching. And always, always, always remember to find, blessings in your life. Look around, try to find things to be grateful for, okay? That's always going to be a positive thing. It's always going to bring more blessings into your life, right? And no matter what the circumstances are, we've always got things to be grateful for. All right. Thanks. I love you guys. Bye.